Good afternoon, it's midday, I'm in Durham, I have a cup of tea, and it's time for today's episode of Tea with Richard. Firstly, I'd just like to apologise to anybody who tried to tune in yesterday. Unfortunately, I was in bed with a migraine, so I was unable to record an episode of Tea with Richard for you. But don't worry, I'm back here today, and there's actually going to be 2 episodes today, so don't worry, you will get your dose of tea. So, to start with, this video is mainly aimed at people in County Durham. And I would just like to first tell you about the County Durham COVID-19 support hotline, which has been set up in the past 48 hours, with a number which is on your screen now, 0191 649 8893. So if you are based in Durham City or in the wider County Durham, feel free to use that telephone number to get help and support if you're isolated, if you're self-isolating from COVID-19 and you need supplies or you just need someone to talk to. That phone number is live now, and please do feel free to use it. If you're not in County Durham, because I know there are a few viewers here who are not in County Durham, there are also going to be similar phone numbers for your area. You may find these on your local council's website. Please feel free to use them. They are a service that has been set up. They're mainly run by volunteers, and it is really nice to be involved with them. Okay, I'm going to move quickly on to things to see and do today because I have a few different ones to talk about. So, last episode, we talked about visiting zoos online with our trip to see the penguins at Edinburgh Zoo. And it's also really good that some of the world's museums have also put virtual collections online to explore. And I thought I'd share a couple of those with you today. The first one that I'd like to share is the British Museum. And to get there, you would go to britishmuseum.withgoogle.com. And you're presented with this interactive timeline, which does have some sounds on it. And you can scroll back through history and view some of the artifacts at the British Museum. For instance, here is something from the Americas in the 1700s, and you can find out more about them. You can listen to a little audio track about them and find out the history of some of the items in the collection. This is something that's really nice to do, and also if you have a family, this can support your learning at home by going and exploring some of the world history. So that's britishmuseum.withgoogle.com. It's a really nice interactive way of looking at some of the artifacts from the British Museum. Not only are the British Museum online, but the National Gallery of Art in Washington, D.C., the Musée d'Orsay in Paris, the National Museum of Modern and Contemporary Art in Seoul, the Pergamon Museum in Berlin, the Rijksmuseum in Amsterdam, the Van Gogh Museum, also in Amsterdam, the John Paul Getty Museum in Los Angeles, the Uffizi Gallery in Florence, MASP in Sao Paulo, the National Museum of Anthropology in Mexico also have full online collections that you can go and explore. A lot of these have been built into Google Street View using the same technology and can be found using Google's Arts and Culture portal. And to get to this, you go to artsandculture.google.com and you might be presented with something like this. This is the Guggenheim Museum in New York. And you can navigate around this using the on-screen click and drag tools. You can view the artwork. For instance, here is Uffizi Gallery by Jonas Wood. You can click around, and when you click the artwork, you can find more about it by looking at the information on the side. And scrolling down, there's some of the information about this piece of work. And most of the pieces of work in these galleries are available to walk around virtually and look at. Here's another one. Not sure what that one's called, but you can just click around and explore them. Most of these are based at artsandculture.google.com, or search for the individual museums I mentioned. I'm also going to put in the description links to all of these museums so that you can go and spend today exploring museums that you might otherwise not get to visit. So, another thing, as I've said most nights recently, is we have the International Space Station. That's this object here, passing over the skies of the UK. And this is now basically every night for the next few weeks. I've put the times up for tonight and tomorrow night. So that's 8:31 p.m. tonight and 7:43 p.m. tomorrow night. So again, they move from west to east across the sky. And little bright dot, if you can find Orion's belt, you're looking basically in the right place. You're looking for a moving dot. And just remember, there are 6 astronauts up there. And as I said earlier, it's something you can do every night as long as it's a clear sky like it is today. Okay, I have one more activity for you tonight, which is a bit of a bigger one. And there's been a post on Facebook which might have gone a little bit viral, which is a virtual pub quiz. This started with a person who couldn't run the pub quiz in their local pub due to the closure this week, so they started to come up with an idea to do it online. And as time progressed, more and more people wanted to get involved in it. There's currently about 90,000 people who've said they're going to get involved in the virtual pub quiz. If you're on Facebook, just search for Virtual Pub Quiz, or if you're on YouTube, there is the channel Virtual Pub Quiz. And the quiz is going to start at 8:15 tonight, just following the NHS thank you. So if you've got no plans for tonight, there's going to be 50 general knowledge questions in rounds of 10. And it's going to be a very good thing to get involved with. I'm not organising it. I'm going to be taking part, as a lot of other people are. And so, virtual pub quiz on YouTube or Facebook. And hopefully it will be a good, fun evening for everybody. So that's things to do. And now, time for a little bit of reflection. And in times like this, it's very easy to be bombarded with news and information. And at the moment, the news is quite sad, quite scary for a lot of people. But there are good news stories. There are good things that are going on all around the world. There's positivity. And when you find this positivity, it's really enjoyable to share it with other people and also to share it with me. I've been asking people to get in touch via the email t@mallard-days.com every episode. And please keep doing that. If you see something positive in the news, if you see something that you'd like to share, you'd like me to tell the world, or in fact, you'd like to come on, because I can actually host other people phoning into this video, if you'd like to come on and share something, please do get in touch and we can set that up. It's very straightforward. But I can't tell people things that I don't know about. So if there's something you think I might have missed, please do send me an email to the email address on screen, t@mallard-days.com, and I will include your good news. So, bit of a sneak preview there. So today's reflection, today's suggestion of how to cope is to try and focus on the news and focus on finding good news. And find these positive stories and share them with others. And the other thing I'm going to suggest, which is sort of related to that, is don't get too bogged down in watching the news. I know it's very easy to watch the news 24/7, but that's not very good for your mental health. Yes, watch the news. Yes, watch the statements at 5 o'clock, but don't have the news on from getting up to going to bed. Try and break yourself from the news. Try and put some, if you want to consume media, put something else on, maybe a film or a cartoon, or play games, or do something that's not watching the news for a bit, especially in the hours leading up to bedtime, because that's going to getting good sleep and being able to go to bed calm and relaxed is something that's really important, especially when we're in the confines that we find ourselves in. So that's today's reflection time. Try and find some positive news stories and don't immerse yourself too much in world news. And now, as I said a few seconds ago, we have our regular Your Corner feature. And today we have 3 things to share with you. We have a couple of pieces of craft. We've got some colouring in, and we have some crocheting, and also we have some baking, because one of the things you can do, and if you've got the ingredients there, please go ahead and do so, is to bake. And we've got someone who submitted some lovely bread rolls to you to share. But if you're doing things like this, if you're doing artwork, if you're being creative, if you're baking for some nice meals, feel free to share them with Your Corner, and we can show just what good we're doing during this time of need. So here is today's Your Corner. So I hope you enjoyed those pictures, and as always, please send more in. The more pictures and images people send in, the bigger Your Corner can be. And as I've said before, if you're a musician, you'd like to do a little bit of recording to go in this Your Corner slot, just let me know. We can do a lot with this Your Corner slot. You have to tell me about it. Right, a few days ago, I mentioned doing a little bit of craft, and I know a few of you have been waiting out for it. This is going to be on tomorrow's video. We're going to do Craft and Create Corner. It's going to feel a little bit like Blue Peter. So if you want to join in with Craft and Create Corner at lunchtime tomorrow, you'll need cardboard, you'll need scissors, A4 paper, coloured pens and pencils, and glue. And well, I'm going to keep it a surprise as to what we're going to be making tomorrow, but that will be Craft and Create Corner. Hopefully it'll be good fun, and hopefully it'll be really enjoyable. Please, as I've said before, do not go out to buy these things. They are not considered essential, but I'm sure you'll be able to find a box from some online delivery that you've had recently, and some paper somewhere in your house that you can put together to have a go with our daily Craft and Create. But that is going to be on tomorrow's show at lunchtime tomorrow. I have also had a couple of people get in touch with me who are less good with technology, and they have asked if I can do how do I install Skype on my computer and talk to family section. Now, I know that that's going to be quite a long and drawn out thing and won't be for everybody. So I'm not going to include that in tomorrow's main video, but shortly after the main video tomorrow, I will upload a how to use Skype step-by-step how to from downloading it from the internet to installing it to getting an account to setting it up completely. So I'll be doing that as a YouTube premiere straight after tomorrow's show. That'll be a recording, it won't be a live stream. But if you're interested in how to set up Skype on your computer in a really simple step-by-step fashion, that will be straight after tomorrow's show. So that's a request for a viewer. Hopefully you'll all find it useful. Finally, as always, please do remember to hit the subscribe button, which is on this side of the screen, or if you're looking at it on the Mallard Days website, up in the top left-hand corner. And also, if you want to get in touch with me, as I said before, the email is t@mallarddays.com, and you can use the web address mallard-days.com/t. So please do keep safe. Remember to stay indoors as much as you can. Enjoy watching people outside in the sunny weather, and remember to keep washing your hands, because it is really important and it can help us defeat coronavirus together. Thanks very much for watching, and one thing I forgot to remind you of, we have a special show tonight. At 8 p.m, there is across the UK a thank you to the NHS and the critical care workers who are supporting us through this time. I'll be doing my own tribute to them on this channel at 8 p.m. tonight, starting just before 8 p.m, before the national applause. So if you're not aware of this, Care for Our Carers has suggested that we have a national session of applause at 8 o'clock tonight. Go by your window and applaud really loudly, and hopefully this will be, people will be able to hear it, and our critical care workers will know that we are thanking them for all the good work they do. So there'll be a little special on my channel just before 8 o'clock, just to remind you that that's taking place. And then after that, I suggest you go and enjoy the pub quiz. So thank you very much for watching today, and I look forward to seeing you later. Goodbye, everyone.